am live. Good morning, everyone.
Yay.
Well, morning. It's been I've rebooted my machine once. Yosh has rebooted their machine three times so far to try and
Something
get.
like that, yeah.
And it's still like you'll hear Yosh's voice is kind of crackly on my stream, and we have no idea why.
We had it working, but then like Sai accidentally knocked out the wrong like HDMI cable,
Yeah.
and Sai had to reboot, and now we're like, oh no.
So yeah, we're here. We're alive. How's your morning other than everything else, Yosh?
It's been great. There's been snow outside, so I'm pretty excited for that.
Oh, nice. It's not. We have. Well, we had snow a few days ago. Today it's not snowing. It's just cold and icy. But shall we get started?
Yes, I am
Alright.
excited.
So neither of us have looked at the puzzle yet. So this will be our first time reading. Okay. Day 2, dive. Now you need to figure out how to pilot this thing. Seems like the submarine can take a series of commands like forward 1, down 2, or up 3. Forward increases the horizontal position by X units, down increases the depth by X units, up increases the depth. Hey, Walter. Note that since you're on a submarine, down and up affect your depth, and so they have the opposite result of what you might expect. Okay. Submarine seems to already have a planned course, which is your puzzle input. You should probably figure out where it's going. For example, our horizontal position and depth both start at 0. Above steps would modify them as follows. So forward 5 adds to horizontal position, down 5 adds to your depth. Okay, yeah, makes sense. After following these instructions, you would have a horizontal position of 15 and a depth of 10. So you're moving in three-dimensional space, tracking coordinates, which change based on the puzzle input. Calculate the horizontal position and depth you would have after following the planned course. What you get if you multiply them. Seems straightforward enough.
Yes, I'm realizing like I've not woken up enough to like properly follow the explanation. I'm like, all right, we go up and down and forward.
It's been a morning, but yeah, let's give it a shot.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna mute myself on Zoom.
Good luck.
Okay, so let's create a day 2 and corresponding file. No, don't want to see make changes, and we'll just copy this because we're going to be doing broadly the same thing. We need to include fstream. Okay, so we want to take our input, which for now I'm just going to use this one here. Okay. And then basically for every line, what we're going to do is take the first bit, check what instruction it is, and keep track of our coordinates. So we will have we'll just call it horizontal. Well, let's just call them X and Y. And then for every line in our input, so we could, for example, for each line in input piped to we want, so this is one of the things in C++20. C++20 doesn't come with a get lines view, so we can just use std get lines instead. Sorry, std get line, which I always forget exactly how to use. This is it. I should really implement a get lines view which does this kind of thing, but makes it like a nice C++20 style ranges view. Get line from line. Okay. And then we can split the string on space, which is, I can't remember what std string has. It has such a bizarre set of yeah, it does not have a split. We do have split view in C++20 though. Yeah, here we go. Ranges split view, where you can do something like this. If you split on delimiter, so we could, for example, say split equals line pipe to std views split on space, which include ranges, and then our hey, good morning, Dejantin and Victor Code, how's it going? Then we can say if our first element of split is oh, IntelliSense isn't working for this. I don't know why. I guess we can just drive this as we want. This is one of those things like just doing some basic string operations in C++, even in C++20, is really, really frustrating. But if split.begin equals, so this is going to be our command. If our command equals forward, then we're going to increment x. If our command equals down, we're going to increase our depth. And if our command, sorry, we need to use the, my brain is completely dead today. We need to use this value, not just increment. So we increase x by getting std ranges. Whoops. I really need to work out why IntelliSense is not working properly for this. Why don't I use stdregx? Yeah, I could. Stdregx, the joke with that is that stdregx kind of sucks, and no one uses it. It's really, really slow. There is, of course, the Hannah's compile time regular expression library, which is very nice. S2I, no, not static pointer cast. S2I converts this to an integer, and we're going to want to do this regardless. So amount equals this, x plus equals amount, y plus equals amount, else if command equals up, then y minus equals amount. And then at the end, we just want to std cout our x multiplied by our y, for which we're going to need IOStream. We're going to need string. And let's give this a shot. Okay, we're just configuring everything. Alright, so we now should have day 2. Build this. What hash includes am I missing? Did S2I... Oh, did S2I one of these weird interfaces? I can never remember. No, it should be fine. What's going on here? If I just did range it. Oh, I need to dereference this. Still errors. While trying to match the argument list, std range is subrange. Hey Razzle Time, how's it going? Our brains are not working today. It's been... So far our days have just been absolutely cursed trying to get these streams working, so like by the time we actually get on stream our brains are completely fried and can't actually like think properly. So it looks like this is trying to get subrange, but that's not what I wanted. Anyone see what I'm doing wrong here? Yes, the second person is not supposed to have sound on my stream. That's fine. Yosh is doing their own thing. I wanted to get it set up so that I would cut Yosh off when we're both doing our thing, but I couldn't do it this morning because everything went wrong. We had to reboot our computers 4 times just to get this stream working. Oh, because this is char, not string. What's going on? So we split our string to get a split view. Our command should be... Is this subrange? I don't know what's going on. Am I just doing split view completely wrong? Can I remember, is split view supposed to be random access or not? Model's forward range, so no. Let's just, you know what? I'll just use this to convert this into std vector. No, that's not what I wanted. And then just say command is split 0 and amount is std s2I of split 1. Should work. Hey, how's it going? Our brains are not working at all. Could not match. Subrange of string. iterator. What's going on? Marshmallow is here now. Do you want to come say hi, Marshy? Come on, Marshmallow. He's just screaming at me. Come on, Marshy, come say hi. So what is this type that this gives us? This split. This is one of those tricks for telling you what the type of something is. Just have a template like this. And it will tell you in the compiler output what the type is. Something is going really bizarre and I have no idea what's happening. But Marshmallow is here at least. You can come say hi.
That's very soft and floofy. Thank you for that. Yes.
What on earth is going on with this program? Like, this should be the easiest thing on the planet. I have no idea what's going wrong. How does view split work? Because I'm sending this string in as a range. Yeah, so the idea is to just split the line on the space and get back a range representing the two values. Right. It should just... I have no idea what's going wrong with it. Alright, we're just gonna not use split view. What is the easiest way to split on space with the standard library? It's the kind of thing, like, why do we have to do this? It's so bad. Creating a string stream out of the string and using an iStream iterator over it. It's so horrible. Creates a vector of split views. Okay, well, my brain is completely shut down. I might just call it a day and go do something else for now, because I'm... Yeah. The example on CPP reference use the ranges begin and end to create a string. Oh, yeah. So, then does a std ranges, sorry, std views transform, take the view, return a std string from v.begin, v.end. Pipe that to TL2.
Hey, we just finished our first one. How are you doing? I think
Sorry,
Sai's looking for the
just
unmute button.
Yeah.
There's some intense staring going on.
Sorry, yeah, I was just trying to unmute. Yeah, no, my brain has completely ceased to function. You know, it's one of those times where you're just like, everything went wrong getting set up this morning, it just completely threw me off.
I'm sorry for bringing that energy into your life, I guess. But you're still working on the first one?
Yeah.
All right. I think what I'll do is I'll show chat my terrible like generic stuff that I did yesterday, my trade stuff,
Cool.
for the first exercise, and you just let me know when you're done, and maybe we can like go over the second one then.
Yeah.
Alright,
So the
cool.
Yeah, I'll mute here. So this pipe operator, the question is like it's like a pipeline. I usually tend to format it like this actually. So this takes the line and then pipes it into this split view, which splits the string, and then pipes it into transform, which creates a new string, and then pipes it into this, which converts that into a vector. It's like building up a pipeline of operations. So what was happening there? Got split, only has size 1. It didn't split on the space. Why is my std thing not colored right? I don't know. IntelliSense has been acting up for me. I need to work out what's been going wrong. Why is this? It's because I'm splitting it on a string rather than a character. Okay, that's more like it. Continue. All right, 150. Is that the correct answer? Yes. Okay, let's get our puzzle input. Okay, let's try that. Right answer, yay. Jesus, that was embarrassing. Okay. Alright, Yash, we're done for the first one.
Yay.
Okay, part 2. Based on our calculations, the planned course doesn't seem to make any sense. You find the submarine manual and discover the process is actually slightly more complicated. In addition to horizontal position and depth, you also need to track a third value, aim, which also starts at 0. Commands also mean something entirely different from what you thought. So down X increases your aim by X units, up increases your aim by X units, forward does two things, increases your horizontal position by X, and increases your depth by your aim multiplied by X. Okay.
Oh, okay. So aim is in addition to the things we were already tracking.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, amazing.
All right, let's give this a shot.
Okay.
Okay, so part 2 is going to be broadly the same as part 1. But we're also keeping track of aim, which starts at 0. So forward, down increases aim, up decreases aim, then forward does two things, increases horizontal position and increases depth by amount times aim. Need to make sure I actually do the right part. Not sure if I got there in time. Okay, let's try that. Yay, we did it. Okay, we're done.
Oh my god. I'm still copying and pasting test input. Give me a second.
Sure.
That's nice.
I think, one thing that we should do is make a bunch of helpers for the kind of string processing, which we end up having to do, so that I don't get into the situation again where I just literally want to split a string on a new line and my brain shuts down and it takes me forever. It's so bad. But the puzzle itself was, fairly straightforward. We're just keeping track of these and making little changes. What can we do while Yosh is finishing up? Oh, I guess we can push these to GitHub. Successfully pushed, so we should be able to now go to AOC, and our day 2 is there, yay. What kind of helpers do you have for doing this stuff, Seth? I think this is one of the things where C++ standard library really falls down in general. String handling, it's a massive pain. Oh, Seth has a bunch of helpers, although I can't open them up on my... I have 2 computers running right
cool.
now.
We also have it.
You also have it, good job.
Yeah.
Have you pushed yours to GitHub yet?
I'll do that right now.
Cool, then we can have a look at Yosh's solution.
Yes. Commit to main. Push. Pretty happy with this one. All right, I pushed it.
All right. I pushed mine as well.
Cool.
Yeah, this is so much neater than the C++ version.
Yeah, so the way we did it is we have somewhere at the center of the code, line 47, is we have an enum, which contains like all the commands,
Yeah.
because it's like a list of commands.
Mm,
And that implements from string, which allows us to like parse a command from a string directly. We're like using unwrap everywhere because
Yeah.
example code, but
Yeah.
and then the first one is essentially like go over each line, we parse the command, we execute the command, and then at the end of it we like do something with the aggregate. So here's depth and horizontal position. The second one we also like add aim. And it's nice because we could like reuse the code between like parse 1 and parse 2.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's
For my one, we just split on a space and then get the command and the amount from there, and then just did that. Yeah, pretty, not much interesting going on. I think that the thing which annoys me is just the standard library support for doing these basic string operations is really a pain.
Oh, actually, a question. I feel like would this be nicer if you used the what's that C++ proposal for string parsing? Like Rust has like print line, but the opposite of that, the
Yeah.
parser one that looks like it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the status on it is. That is. So we have in C++ 20, we have std format, which is a like nice outputting library, kind of like Python style thing where you just use like braces to specify placeholders, and it's like a more type safe, faster, nicer version of printf. I believe there's something in the works for a similar like scanf alternative,
Yes.
but I don't know what the status of it is.
I've seen it and I was like, oh my god, I want that for Rust. So I tried adapting it. It's like, oh no, we need like generic tuples for this thing to work, and
Yeah.
like lending iterators, and it's like. But something like that would that should make the string splitting a little bit nicer, probably, right?
Yeah.
Cool. That's
Cool.
nice.
I think that's all for today.
Yes.
See you all next time.
Yes. Oh, I might actually stick around and like show chat like my terrible like trait thing.
All right.
So I'll be on for like another like 2 minutes. But yes.